What's that?
Where are you from? Don't take my picture.
You don't want to be on camera?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Where are you from?
Russia. You USSR. That's why, when I say socialism, like militant newspaper kind of.
What do you think of what's happening in the...
In Ukraine?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's socialism in the practice in a way. I mean, that's in the mind of Putin. He thinks that he owns Ukraine, and these so-called socialist countries have always been expansionist countries. The World Revolution, it starts from the very beginning, the World Revolution, remember?
I mean, under Lenin, Russia was not an expansionist country.
So, what do you think about Putin? What do you think about Ukraine? I mean, your opinion.
We support, that's our slogan.
Russian troops out. Okay, that's good. So you support the current government in Ukraine, right?
Well, we support the struggle of the Ukrainian people.
But which are Ukrainian people? There's Eastern Ukraine and there's Western Ukraine.
If you read our newspaper, you'll see the majority of people in Eastern Ukraine are not trying to join Putin and Russia.
But they are taking over, like Lugansk, for example. They're taking over the municipalities. And they're violent.
A small group of violent people that are heavily backed by the Russian.
But you're against that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in the same page then. All right. Hey, you don't want to be on camera. Come on, we're in the same page in this respect. But you support Castro, though.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna find a difference.
Right. That's the one living socialist revolution in the world today.
And it's like when I look at Cuba, to me, it's like the country frozen in time. Don't you have the same feeling? Like the country, the cars are of the 50s, everything is crumbling, the life is horrible. And actually, lately, his brother, little by little, started injecting, free market things into their system.
Well,
so it failed in the end.
No,
didn't it?
Fail.
It didn't fail.
It's just that they're under so much economic pressure that they have to find a way to, ease that some. So that's the only way. They're a socialist country in a sea of capitalist countries. So.
And the life is horrible. Like, look at North Korea, South Korea. I mean, huge difference, no?
Yeah, and they're not. Cuba is not North Korea. Cuba's
similar.
Look at the difference between Russia and Cuba and Chernobyl. Russia is responsible for that accident.
Yeah.
Cuba takes 25,000 kids from Ukraine and treats them at no cost.
Right. Do you know how much Cuba owes Russia? Do you know the number? For nothing. Do you know how much Soviet Union paid to Cuba? Do you know their debt to the Soviet Union and to Russia today?
No, because
what's the number?
They don't have a debt.
Are you serious?
Russia pulled out.
Are you serious?
Totally
what's the Cuban debt to the Soviet Union and to Russia today, which took over?
There's no debt.
$29 billion. Just Lavrov just visited Cuba. I mean, I hope that you're up to date on the latest news. Lavrov, their foreign minister, he's on his trip to, to his friends in Cuba, Nicaragua, Chile right now. And they're restructuring their debt so that they will forgive them 90% of their debt, 90%. And it's $29 billion. Yeah, they can take Ukrainian kids at the Russia's expense. Sure.
It's not at Russia's expense.
$29 billion. It's not a joke. $29 billion. That's what they owe Soviet Union. And that's why the system was supported. Once the Soviet Union withdrew its support for Cuba, the system, the life there, however horrible was under Castro, was much worse after the withdrawal of the Russian support.
Well, yeah, because their economy is blockaded by the United States.
It doesn't have to be. Change their system. Change to your system. We'll be the best partners. It's so simple. I'll be the first to go.
Subscription $5 to get it for 12 weeks.
No, I'm not gonna pay socialists. Are you kidding me? All right.